So what is the ministry's position on whether the academic year can be salvaged? As I said, tech students, some are already leaving.
Yeah.
Today, some students called in to send me a message on the radio that they were watching Netflix on campus. They had nothing to do because they didn't even have the course outline to start studying.
Yeah.
And they are expending resources. Would you agree that it may be sensible to ask them to go home until the issues are resolved?
Bernard, we acknowledge there is a challenge. And we acknowledge that that challenge ought to be solved. And we do acknowledge that it definitely has to take leadership to resolve it. As at now, for me, it will be quite a rush to prejudice the outcome of our meetings, especially when the meeting is just tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, whether or not students go home, it's possible tomorrow's meeting can determine it, especially when I know that the previous meeting was progressive. So for me, I believe that we should exercise some restraint, let parties meet. In any event, if you recall that when the judge ruled, he made it clear that the two parties, all the parties involved in this labor issue, should resolve their issues within a space of 1 week, of which this very Thursday around 1 p.m. they have to go back to the court.
Which means your meeting must end before Thursday.
Exactly, because our meeting is 8 a.m. So for me, all other consequential decisions, i.e. whether or not students stay, whether or not students, go home, could be determined after yesterday's meeting. After tomorrow's meeting.
But you are aware that the UCC statutes, subsection 2, clause 1, states that in any event, the university should close where academic or normal life is disrupted for 21 continuous days.
Is it section 5 or section 2? Because
I'm reading statute 5,
okay.
Subsection 2,
5,
clause 1. Order the closure of university where academic or normal life is disrupted for 3 continuous days, and it seems to it fit to do so. And in any event, order the closure of the university where academic or normal life is disrupted for 21 continuous days. School reopened January 10. Today is February 9. I believe we've passed that threshold.
Yeah, but the statute is clear. And for me, it boils down to issues of interpretation, because the statute, if it deems fit, and of course, it gives that prerogative of such a power to, I'm sure, the academic board. And there has been, that is not my opinion, for the purpose of records. There are other school of thought who have even interpreted what constitutes really academic activity. Because, you have some lecturers advancing an argument that academic activity are in different parts. They are researching. It's only the teaching aspect that they've withdrawn. So for me, it's not that simplistic. If you look at the UCC, yes, UCC, if you want to go by the face value of what the statute may mean, it could be that the academic board may make such a decision. But let's go to institutions like University of Ghana. Their statute does not make any provision in that regard. I have read the KNUSC statute, for instance. There is no clear provision on that. Of course, I have heard there was a time in history where universities closed down. So those are just conventions and precedent that may guide us. But like I said, we've engaged the Vice-Chancellors Ghana, and within their wisdom, I believe that they as at now, feel that the university students should be still there while the issue is resolved. I'm not sure if today, there are potholes on our roads. The only solution is probably to close the road for all vehicular movement. The other solution too could be that let's fix it and then allow people to.